got a little adventure here. We were coming down the Yukon and we had a little bit of sun for the first time this trip, and then this big storm cloud just front came in with wind and hard driven rain, and it was right at the point where the Yukon and the Big Salmon River came in. Wind blowing real hard, rain in our face, and my glasses could hardly see, and we had to cross the Yukon and the Big Salmon where the two currents met. Between the wind and the current, it stalled us. Murray and Ed took on water. We were stalled and just barely keeping ourselves from tipping over, and we just had to paddle opposite directions, both front and rear, to get slowly moved into the current and down here. Probably one of the most scariest times of on the trip so far, for me at least.
So Joe, come here.
Who? Joe?
So what'd you see today?
Grizzly bear
So how'd that happen?
with 3 cubs. It was on the ridge.
We've got to tie off somewhere. So
Yep, we got to
Stood
combine
up.
ropes.
Looked at me.
And those eyes.
Those eyes.
Yeah, we were going along the river about 45 minutes ago. I heard this big huff. Looked over. First of all, I couldn't see anything. And then all of a sudden, I see this brown form climbing up the ridge, just maybe 100 yards from us. 3 little black cubs behind it. Then a big old grizzly stood up, looked back at us, checked us out, and turned around and went on. And so did we.
My most
Call of the Wild.
My most
Call of the Wild.
startling memory of the trip was when Ed and Murray had to strip down naked on a picnic bench, and a canoe full of girls went by. You know? Yeah, it was probably the. I know when I looked over back over my shoulder and I saw Ed, you know, holding on still to the sides of the canoe, and it was just going over. And he just kind of, it looked like he was just holding on to the sides, and it just went over. And next thing I knew, the current must have been fast, because next thing I knew, you were already behind us, had gone around and grabbed onto the canoe. And I was very concerned about making eye contact with you to see what state of mind you were in, but you were pretty sane. You weren't insane.
How about you, Wayne?
I enjoyed leaving about 50 pounds of gear in Carmax. I do miss my mandolin.
We do too.
I do miss my mammal book and my bird book. But getting back in the canoe and feeling so much more stable. Yes.
Especially through the rapids.
I enjoyed the rapids at Five Finger Rapids, coming down those like a free Six Flags ride.
I think it was right after the storm. So grateful that God took us in, and after we pulled so hard that you were able to say, "Hey, thank you, Lord, you helped me get through this."
Yeah.
So that was pretty good for me.
Yeah, I'd say it was the same event Murray's talking about when we were pulling hard, wind's blowing, rain's pouring down. Was the rain pouring down?
Yeah, rain was
Okay, I
pouring
thought
down,
so,
and
yeah.
we took a wave over the gunnel.
Yeah, and we're both pulling as hard as we can. We take water right over the side. I thought, oh no, are we going to lose it? But we didn't. We just remained stable, got to shore, and God provided that just campsite right there on the shore. That was a great moment.
Murray, what are you doing? Hey Murray, what are you doing?
I'm filling an air mattress.